Hey y'all, it's day 16, honey, and I think I'm like, what, 5 days behind now? I think, yeah, right? 12, 13, 14, 15, and today. But y'all, I've really been out of commission. Like, I didn't feel good, and that's just really been it. I thought I was about to say some more, but that's just really been it. I just really haven't felt the best. So I really haven't had anything to bring y'all. I think I might have recorded maybe the 13th and 14th. Maybe the 13th and 14th. I don't know. Let me put in some of the footage that I have recorded. Good morning, y'all. Today is day 12. I'm on my way to school currently, and I am going to be a little late, but luckily they extended tardies today, so it's not going to count against me. So y'all, I gotta be honest. Am I always saying that? I feel like I am. But I just don't have much on my to-do. I do definitely want to get my water in because I don't feel like the best. So I want to make sure that I stay hydrated. But as far as like making sure, damn honey, that Gone Troopers is out today, baby. It's the beginning of the month. Why y'all so thick today? But, what was I saying? Yeah, I want to make sure that I stay hydrated, for sure. But as far as everything else, can't promise you that. So y'all, my cousin sent me this Elevation Worship album this morning, so I'm listening to that. And for some reason, I get to thinking about anxiety. And so my anxiety is kind of like an obsessive thought. Like something will happen and it'll just make me anxious until either I like have it dealt with, or I guess just enough time passes for me to let it go. But I'm on anxiety medicine now. And recently, as in like a couple weeks ago, I upped my prescription. And so I was talking to my friend and I was like, I don't know if I'm just not stressed over anything or if my anxiety medicine is numbing me out. I was like, something will happen and it just happens. It's not like it stays on my mind for an excessive amount of time. And so lately I've been feeling like I'm just not thinking about issues long enough. And she's like, friend, I think that's how it's supposed to be. Like, I think we're used to just obsessively thinking over something, just always worrying. That once you get on medicine, and your mind is kind of quieted, it almost makes you feel like something is wrong with you. Like I feel almost bad for not thinking about issues or problems or even confrontations with people long enough. And like, what is long enough? What is long enough, But in reality, that's how it should be. You should be able to honestly, healthily let things go and be okay with that.
You got to this? You got to these?
Now what is that? Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me?
Say what? Dirty South. Here we go. Can y'all really feel it? Baby girl, East Coast, West Coast, dirty South.
Hey y'all, it's day 14 and I'm feeling a lot better. I don't feel like I have achieved very much today, but I was, I guess, kind of low-key productive. I'm just now sitting down from this morning, and it's 4, so I guess I was kind of low-key productive today. I do have the night alone, so I kind of want to go someplace because it's like I never do anything adult-like, let me say that. And I guess no, let me not say that, because every day I'm adulting. I never do anything like, I don't know, grown and sexy. Like, what do I call it? I don't know. But maybe I'll like go to a happy hour or something. I don't know. I have to do my brother's hair here in a little bit, so it depends on how that goes and how long it takes, honestly. Because every time I say I want to do something, that something is always sleep, and I just take my ass to sleep. So, I don't know. I would like to do something, though. I kind of would. But we'll see. I'm just going to sit here and find me a show. Wait for my brother to show up. It's day 14, and I'm chilling. Sorry. Sorry to myself. Like, girl, what? So, y'all, it's everywhere. I'm everywhere doing everything. I'm talking about give it some structure, baby. Ain't been no structure. So the November reset is really feeling like internally a reset. I am feeling like I'm resetting. But y'all, honestly, November is just kind of like a shaky little month for me, because this is the month that Sean was killed. And I haven't spoke to y'all about that, so y'all don't know who Sean is. But Sean was my longtime boyfriend. We were in a car accident on our way to see Christmas lights. A guy rear-ended us, and I woke up, and he didn't. So November is just kind of a shaky month for me, because I feel like I want to give myself space to feel whatever it is I want to feel. But I also feel like I want to keep myself moving so I don't feel too much. So I have kind of been sitting with myself asking, like, Brylyne, is this November reset because you really want to reset? Or is it because you really don't want to think about what has happened? And when I ask myself that, I really think it's a little bit of both. I really do. I think I do want to reset, and I don't want to think about what has happened. The longer the death date gets for him, the more I realize that I don't think that I ever worked through that trauma. I think I just got through it. It's like, I don't know. I don't think that I ever really sat with the thought of, like, this man really just died next to me. I don't think so. And I mean, honestly, I'm not going to sit with that today. Even like voicing it to you guys is like, Like, it's not real. You know, it never seems like so real to me. Even going to his funeral, honey, still didn't feel real to me. And I almost didn't want to look at him, and not even almost. I didn't want to look at him because I didn't want that reality. Y'all, this was 4 years ago. And 4 years later, the grief this year does not look the same as the grief last year, as the grief the year before, or the year before. It's like every year my grief is different. But there's always grief. And I don't know. Let me just pose a question to y'all. Do you think when you lose somebody close to you, super close to you, that you ever really stop grieving? I feel like grief is it has such a like negative connotation around it. But maybe it doesn't have to always be sad. I don't know. Is it just a sad word? Does it always have to be sad? Like, I don't know. So yeah, y'all, November is a crazy month for me. But I am missing him, honey. I miss him every day, every year, all the time. But I know, like, once November comes, it's always kind of like a little cloud on my shoulder that I just don't want to acknowledge. Because in my mind, I'm like, what's done is done. And I can't harp on it, especially something that breaks my heart so deep, you know? It's so sad that, like, after the accident, y'all, as traumatic as it was, after the accident, my thing was like, Brylyne, you need to feel these emotions, and then, like, we need to move on. And it sounds so bad for something so traumatic to happen and me to be like, feel your emotions and move on. But that's exactly how I was to myself, because it was like the pain was so deep, the hurt was so deep that I couldn't feel that any longer. I really did. I really had to mask it. I really had to find, which is why I started drinking, honey, popping pills, smoking weed. I started doing all the things because the pain ran so deep that I could not feel that for any longer. I couldn't. I felt like if I felt that pain any longer, I would die myself. So I had to mask it. And I feel like I buried it so deep that eventually I just kind of got numb to it. So it's kind of like now, 4 years later, you know, as I sit with it, I think, self, have we ever really worked through this? And no, we haven't. We haven't really ever worked through it. But it's like now I've buried it so deep that it would take so much to pull that out. And I don't really think that I want to take the time to do that. But I also think that me not taking the time to do that is going to cause me to miss out on things that I would like to experience. And I don't really want to go into more detail because I feel like I'm already telling y'all too much anyway. But yeah, so I'm just kind of asking myself, y'all, it's day 16 of the November reset. I can't even tell y'all I haven't been to freaking work out. It's like I said, I'm always active, but have I been to work out just super intentional? I haven't. I haven't been to work out. I've still been drinking my water. I haven't stopped eating after 6. But honey, I'm just trying to listen to what I said in my last video. A piece of the mountain, not the whole mountain. So it's like I'm not gaining any weight or anything like that, but I just still would like to stick to what I said. But I'm also giving myself grace because this month is just heavy. It's just a heavy month. So maybe that's my word of encouragement to you. Just give yourself grace. And grieve what you've lost so that it doesn't pour over into other areas of your life. That's it. That's all. Happy Saturday. Later.